My audio video number 13 is titled, What You Choose, You Experience. This simple yet profound statement reminds us that our thoughts, beliefs, and choices shape our reality. Every decision we make, no matter how small or insignificant it may seem, has the potential to impact our lives in profound ways. Whether it's choosing what we wear in the morning, what we eat for breakfast, or what career path to pursue, our choices have consequences. And while we may not always be aware of the consequences of our choices, they are always present. One of the most important choices we make in life is how we choose to view the world. We can choose to see the world as a hostile, scary place full of danger and uncertainty, or we can choose to see the world as a place of beauty, wonder, and opportunity. Our perception of the world will shape our experience of it. Now, of course, when you see in the media, on Twitter, all these children dying, all the people in Palestine suffering, that, of course, is what disturbs you. But my call for you is just have one thought, because that one thought, if it is effected, all those issues to do with Palestine will be removed. And the clarion call is that all the white people in Palestine claiming to be Jews are in fact invaders and they must leave. And the hashtag that you should use is invaders must leave Palestine. That is still today's message, which is what you choose, you experience, is quite relevant in that if we choose to see the suffering of Palestinians, we will suffer. In fact, there was a time about a month and a half ago, I was so affected by all this suffering in Palestine. I wear spectacles, and I'm usually very careful with my spectacles. I put them somewhere, and I forgot wherever it is I put them. And the next moment, I had walked on my spectacles. I couldn't believe. But the issues in Palestine had affected me so much. Sadly, that is happening even today. But the worst bit of it is we are becoming used to it. We are starting to think this is normal. This is not normal. But again, this is not what we should be focusing on. It is, and this may be controversial for those who don't believe in a collective power, which you may call God, or you may call the universe, or you may call whatever you call that collective power. That collective power is just us, all of us. We are all one. And if we put our thoughts in one basket, the same thought, we can actually affect things physically. You want to test it. There are some of us that are telepathic, that you can think of someone and they will call you. You can think of someone and they may just appear. We are able to communicate through our minds. Well, it's probably through our spirits. I don't know how, but I have come to the realization that we are all one. And if we put our thoughts together, and if we assume the one positive thought, that is that all white people claiming to be Jews in Palestine must leave. If we collectively do that, we will succeed, not might, we will succeed in their living. In any case, they have already started living. If you check newspaper reports for this week, can't remember, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, 30,000 people left from the airport. All of them Jews. That is the highest number that has left Israel since the October 7 invasion of Hamas in Israel. So they have realized that Palestine will never be their home. They know. But the moment our minds are so confused, the moment we are so angry that we lose focus, one of you is thinking about children, one of the other is thinking about people who are hungry, people who are thirsty, people who are suffering, people who have lost their limbs. Then, of course, we focus on the minor things. The major thing and the more important thing is that people have invaded Palestine and they must leave. So let us call on them to leave Palestine. Let us, in our minds, in our thinking, in our daily discussions, just call for the invaders in Palestine to leave. All those white people who claim to be Jews are not indigenous to Palestine. They are white. They don't belong there. And this is not racism. This is the truth. And it is time that as a people we stopped lying to each other. Let us stop the stupidity of treating people with children's gloves. The truth is truth. It will never change. Whether we accept it now or not, this truth will live with us. Jews have been in Israel for 75 years. They have been there for longer. The issue has not changed. 100 and something years ago, the Palestinians rejected them. 100 years later, they are still rejected. A whole century. So the truth will live. It will stay. It will always be with us. So it is time we also stopped the nonsense of lying to each other. The truth is that white people do not belong in the Middle East. They have never, they will never. These are colonialists. And just the same way they were ejected from Nigeria, they were ejected from Kenya, they were ejected from, some of them were ejected from South Africa, others were ejected from India. And for those who don't know, millions of people were killed by the British in India. A lot of Indians died. And it is very strange that the Indians today are siding with the Jews. I fail to understand. But of course, the British made sure that the Indians were divided between Muslims and Hindus. And religion is now going to be our next major topic. Once we are done with this issue of Palestine, we must attack religion. Religion is going to finish us. Because our focus is completely lost when we take up our religions. When we start saying this is a Muslim, this is a Christian, especially when we say this is a Muslim, we forget that we are one and the same. One people, regardless of what religion we are, regardless of the color, we are one people. And our collective oneness, our collective what you call the universe, or whom you call God, is capable of making changes. But he is democratic. He needs us to all think in the same direction. Stop thinking of the minor things. The issue in Palestine is invasion. Let the invaders leave. Let the Palestinians get their land back, and there will be peace in Palestine.